Hello everyone, welcome back to MuleSoft-TechZone. This is Lingam, and this video is in our series of MuleSoft IDP. And we have seen, like in our first session, the theoretical part of MuleSoft IDP, what it does and stuff. And in this video, I'm going to show you the hands-on part. But before going into further discussion, I wanted to thank Kalias Consulting for providing me the access to MuleSoft IDP. As I have said in our previous video that MuleSoft IDP doesn't have a community version or a free version, so we need to check with your organization and see if you can get access to play around with IDP. So those who don't know about Kalias Consulting, please feel free to go to kaliasconsulting.com and see what services they offer, and you can also follow on LinkedIn, so Kalias Consulting. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, or you can all directly contact through the website or LinkedIn. Once again, I would like to thank Kalias for giving me an opportunity and allowing me to record this session. So without wasting further time, so we will be going out with the hands-on part of MuleSoft IDP. Now, we have seen like three different phases. One is like configure, then publish, and then automate. In this video, I will show you like how to configure and how to publish, so that like next step, the final step is like automating that. Okay. Once you have access to MuleSoft IDP, and when you log into any point platform, you will be seeing MuleSoft IDP over here, like intelligent document processing, and you can get started with it. All right. So I'm going to click on get started with it. And this is the place where you can create document action. So as I said like before, like every application or every project that you create is called a document action. And again, like it's not a trial version, it doesn't have a trial version, so you have to consult your organization, just how I did with Kalias Consulting, and get the access. Now the first thing that you need to do is click on create new. Now there are three different things here. As we have discussed in our previous session, there are some predefined templates like invoice and purchase orders, and the other one is the generic template when it doesn't fall under those two categories. Okay. In this session, I will be discussing about the generic one. Okay. I will not take too much of time to explain stuff here for the invoice and purchase order, but in coming sessions, I will show you like invoice and purchase order, because it is pretty straightforward. You don't have to write any code, or you don't have to do anything. Just upload your invoice or purchase order and test it out. It works. Now I'm going with a generic template. All right. All that you need to do is name your document action. As I said, like I'll say like Kalias demo. Okay. And click on create. And you need to enter some description. So I'm going to so I'll tell you a use case, like usually like when you go to a clinic, so they will ask you to fill out the patient information document, right? So in that case, so what you have to do is like you have to write everything, like it's a handwritten document, and you submit it to the receptionist, and she will try to fill out the details into her system. So all these things takes time. That's the reason we need to automate this process. So all that you need to do is like you fill out your document. All right, scan the document and use this document action to extract the fields from those PDF files. All right. So let's go here like patient information and click on create. I will show you. Yep, there was an error creating Kalias demo MuleSoft, because it is already named. Now this is the place where you will be having your this thing. So let me quickly grab the PDF file to show you like the sample ones which I am going to use here. So let me drag, open it for now. Yeah. So this is my patient information. Again, this is not the real information, so don't worry about it. So this is the patient information sheet that I am filling out. So let me make it bigger. So you have last name, first name, your address, what is your marital status. You can see it's not about just the text, but we have something like tick marks over here where you are like defining your marital status or the race or whatever it is. and whether you are employed or not, again you have like used a tick mark here and you are entering all the details over here, right? And I have 2 pages here. So let's go and try to create a document action to extract the fields here. As I told you before, like even before getting started, it's good. So you have to select your file. So I'm going to select my file here. So let me quickly go here. So give me 1 second to grab that file. So this is the patient information file, so that I'm going to upload. You can see my file over here, and you have like page number 1 and page number 2. You should be very careful when you are creating your prompts. So whenever you create prompts, make sure that which page you are creating the prompts in. So if you want to extract the fields from this particular page, so select your page number and then try to add your prompts. As we have discussed in our previous session, the maximum prompts that are allowed per document action, not per document file, because you can select multiple files. Okay, so for one document action, basically it's like 30 prompts. So you can extract maximum of 30 fields per document action. All right, now let's go ahead and start coding. Seems like funny, right? So there is no code here. That's what we have discussed in our previous session. It's all about your prompts. It's just like how you use your chat GPT. So click on add here. This is the place. Okay, even before going to add reviewers, let's add your prompts over here. Okay, add new, and it has some details like using prompts in the document action, etc, etc. Click on add new. Now you have to give a name for that specific field. Okay, like for example, I'm going to say like last name. I wanted to extract the last name. So there will be an instruction for you to do that. So you can say like fetch the last name. If I enter this piece of information, it will definitely extract the last name. But what if your sheet contains more than one field which has last name? For example, like if you have like friend's first name and last name, so that might be a conflict, like we have 2 last names. So be more specific in your prompts, just like using ChatGPT, right? Be more specific in defining the prompts. So I will say like fetch the last name from, this is the patient information. You can see like there are employee information, emergency contact information, and insurance information. So just mention like fetch the last name from patient information. Okay, as simple as that. Next thing that you need to define is whether the field is required or not. So whichever fields you think that it is required, please checkbox that one. And confidence threshold. This is something to do with your handwritten documents or the documents which doesn't have a proper text. So you can mention your threshold value, confidence score. Basically I'll say like if it is like 80% of the confidence score, you should accept it. Okay, click on add, and now you can see your things. Like there is one item so far. This one item is like you can see your information. This tool uses generative AI which can produce inaccurate or harmful responses. So just note before running it. And yes, fetch the information. And to test this, you don't have to deploy and publish. You will see an option here called run. So click on run. It will try to scan this document. This is what it is doing, extracting the information from document. This is all it does. So IDP is intelligent document processing, which will extract the information using AI engines like deep learning, machine learning, and natural language processing. So now you can see I got a response here. Okay, so there are 2 things here. You can see I have striked out. I'm not sure if I can zoom in. Yeah, I have an option here. So it will try to check the box which is trying to extract the information. I try to write something and then I just scratched it, and I have written my first name, last name. And you can see there are 2 things. One is the IDP natural language processing. The confidence score is 82%, and it is giving it found that is kind of a symbol like ampersand symbol, and it is giving that. But we have something called Einstein which shows like confidence score is 99.66%. You can choose that one because it is like not a scratch, it's just a scratch. So the actual value is lingam, right? So this is how you can extract the values from the document using your prompts. Very simple. There is no coding required, so it's not just for the developers, but any business stakeholders can also look for it. Okay, so you have like confidence score and all. Okay, next, if you want to add one more field, you can click on add and say like I need to, so it's all same. So but let's try to fetch the marital status, because it is not a text but it is a tick mark. So let's see what it will give. So I need to extract the marital status of the patient. How cool is AI, isn't it? So here it is that, oh sorry, I have mentioned this in the name. So it should be like marital status. Okay, and you can put your instruction over here, and maybe or maybe not, like this is a required field or not, you can just check it like a required field and add. Again, to test it out, just click on run, very simple, and see how smart is AI. So I am running it to test it. So you need a example file or a document which needs to be extracted. Okay, so now it says like somehow that not found. That's crazy, but let me put, I need to extract the more. Yeah, you can see here IDP NLP is saying like it is not able to found, but you can see the Einstein says it is like married. Okay, but again this is something like not correct, because like I have selected like single. Let's use one more thing. Let's edit our prompt, so you have to be like more careful. So I need to extract the marital state of the patient under patient information. Like I will be more specific, whether he is married or single or widowed, etc. Okay, let me try to update the instruction. Okay, and yep, let me try to run it again. So here, though it's like wrong, because like Einstein is suggesting as wrong, but you can see IDP NLP is saying like single, because I was like not very good at giving a good prompt. So I was like more specific. I was saying like extract the information whether he's married or not. Now you can see it is a highlighting here. You can see like single, and you can always edit this one like whatever you want. I tried to like click on this icon and it was grayed out, but yeah, here you can see that it is single and it has taken. The confidence score is 29%, because probably it is looking for some kind of text, but it is like a tick mark. So the whenever your confidence score is less than what you have defined, that's where the concept of reviewers come into picture. So you can always click and search for example, like here myself, I am the reviewer, and you can click on add and save it, so that whenever there is a response in your output response, that I will show you later, but that will show like there is a manual approval needed. All right, so that's how you can do it, and you can always edit this or cancel. You can delete it before committing it. So here this is something like where you can copy response, you can look for it, and you can like just accept this one. So I will go ahead and again add new, like what is the last name of the patient and patient information. Okay, oops, again like I missed it, so it's last name, this, and click on add and run it. So meanwhile I will show you the, let me drag and let me try and check the one which I have created. I have defined all the prompts over there, so let me show you that for you. So you can see like lingam and all those stuff. So every time we see like it will show, but I will show you the all the prompts that I have used to get it done. So you need to keep changing your prompts and try to run it as many things as possible, and then check like if it is working. All good. This is all about prompts, so you have to be very careful while defining the prompts. And whenever that document action is not sure about the field, it will say like manual approval needed. So let me grab the patient information generic template that I have created. While I grab, you can always go through the documentation meanwhile. Give me one more minute, because the problem with the documentation, the document action is like you have to scroll down. There is no search proper patient information. Yeah, I got it. So let me copy that and paste it over here. Yeah, so I will leave it. So because I wanted to show the prompts that I have already created, you can click on edit. So this is the document action that I have created earlier, and you can always edit once. You can see like there are 29 prompts and all this stuff. So click on edit, and here you can see that what all prompts that I have given for the exact one. So I did like trial and error things so to get the right prompts. So let me select the file now. So let me quickly do with patient information field, open it, and now try to run it. You can see like while I am running this, you can see all my prompts that have, for example, I need to extract the city under the patient information, what race does the patient belongs to, what is the email out of the patient, and I need to extract the state under the patient information, and what is the gender. Now you can see all those fields, all the values are like, you can see they are selected. I'll just zoom in. They are selected, and some of the fields are yellow in color and some of them are gray in color. Gray in color are the ones which has like good confidence score, that whatever confidence score you have defined, it is matching that confidence score. And the things which are like not matched will be like in yellowish color. Okay, so but still it will try to show you like what's the values. Now on my right side, you can see the values like Edison, black or African American, for example, then value. Then you can see like here the email ID is not proper. That means like I might have not entered the, like with a good writing, you can see there is a space here, so that's where it is messing up. But again, like these are documents, handwritten documents, and you cannot expect like 100% true. So it's always suggested to ask the users to write it properly, or even the digitally typed documents will be more easier, which I will be showing in our next things, like the templates for invoice and purchase orders, which are in text form, not in handwritten forms. But whenever they are in handwritten, you need to mention like the folks who are filling out the documents to have it like with a clear text. Okay, again, like if you can always mark it as review if you are not feeling if it is the right information. But other things you can see like NJ, and the gender as male, and etc etc, IT analyst Shravan. And you can see like the confidence score we have defined was 80 for the date of birth, but it was 74, yet it was able to extract the data like 27th of September. That's the only information which is right. And what is the group number of the insurance, etc etc. So it is trying to extract all the values. You can see group number here and relationship, etc etc. Like you can see like insured ID number, which is ID 1234. This is how you create prompts, and this is what we call as document action. Once you feel like everything is right, you click on publish, but it is not allowing you to publish. Why? As I said, you need to add at least one reviewer to this document action to be published to Exchange. So we have completed our first step, like configuration. So we have done our configuration, we have added our reviewer. Our second step was click on publish, and once it is done, you can click on like publish. Done. So your application will be available in your, sorry, not application, the document action. Your document action will be available in your Exchange. So let me go back to Exchange and check the patient information. You can always type, so patient information POC, here it is. And you can see now every document action is an IDP API. So what is an API? You know, it's ready to use. So it is a multi-part form data API. So if you go to summary, it will be exposed as two different endpoints. One is for post request, where you upload your file, and then there is a get request to extract the information. I have already mentioned that IDP is asynchronous process, so it at least takes 10 seconds of time to extract the data. You have already seen when we are testing it, right? So it at least takes like 10 seconds of time to retrieve the information. So all that we do is like, first we upload our file. You can see like the body type is multi-part form data. So either you can upload it via UI, or you can also integrate this particular IDP API in your Anypoint platform, like in MuleSoft APIs, to upload your APIs. Like the body type is multi-part form data, and the response that you will get, I will show you in the next video, because that is the video where I will be showing you like how to automate it. So this is your ID, status, and document name. It will give an ID which is called as like execution ID, okay, and the authentication that is required for to use your IDP API is OAuth 2.0. The next thing that you, again I will be showing you in the next session, but I will show you a high level thing. Like you have to create a connected app. Okay, you need to go to your access management. If you don't have access to access management, you need to reach out to the owner of that. And let me quickly show you like how it looks. So let me drag and drop one of the screens from here. Yep, because I don't want to share my organization thing. So this is my personal account here. So but I don't have access to IDP on my personal account. As I said, like it's not for free anymore. But all that you need to do is like go to like your access management, and then go to connected apps on the left, then create an app, and select the client credential stuff here, and you need to add the scopes. Again, as I don't have IDP here, so I don't have a place where I can add the scopes for published documents. So the scope that you need to add is like published document scope. So I don't have it right now because I don't have access to IDP, but there will be a scope called like published document, as well as you need to add the exchange contributed scope. So both scopes are required, and once it is done, you will get the access token. So then you can try to use that client ID and secret here to generate a token, and use that token to upload a document, and you will get a response. This is the asynchronous response with ID, status, and document name. And then once you get it, like after 10 seconds or so, you can do a get call by passing the execution ID. This execution ID is nothing but the ID that we got from the previous call. And yes, that's it. And how it looks is similar to this. You will be having pages, and page number 1, again I will be showing it to you how it looks. So give me 1 second. Let me try to grab it for you for initial test. So let me give me 1 second, because there is some important information that I don't want to share. All right, so let me grab this for you, the Postman collection. So this is the place where you have to like here, this is the post call that you are using. All right, and once it is published, as I said, like here you will be having your endpoint. So this is get call, and this is a post call. So use this, because every execution has, every document action has a document ID here. So you will be using that, and go here and use your credentials like authentication. I have a bearer token and all those stuff. Now going to like body, you need to select like form data over here. This is from Postman again, and select your file. I have selected patient information, and I clicked on send. So this is the ID that you will be getting, and use this particular ID to retrieve the data. So you need to wait for 10 seconds or so, and let me quickly retrieve this one. So here now you can pass your execution ID. So params, do you have params? So this is a URA param. So I am just pasting the execution ID that I got and just send it. So now you can see like I got 200 response with all the information, including the prompt. So under the prompts, you can see This is the field name that we have given, like the name. Okay, and it will also give the prompt, the question that we have entered, and also the answer. Now you can use this. In our previous video we have seen like this particular document action results in a structured JSON object. So this is the structured JSON object which you can use for further transformation and use it for your needs. Like probably you can grab all the values and put it into Salesforce or even database, whatever it is. So you can see all the values are present here. And one more thing, as I said, like there is a status called manual validation required. So I'll show you that later in our next video because it is too much for you to understand. But whenever there is some manual validation required, that will go into your review task. So there will be a place where you have to review your task. I'll show you that in our next section. But that's all for today. And so we have covered like two different phases, that is like configure and publish. I once again thanks KLS Consulting for giving me an opportunity to use the IDP of their organization and helping me to deliver this content. Thank you once again, and follow KLS Consulting on LinkedIn. See you in our next session.